I'm Wendy KUHN. I'm a senior designer at KUHN and Bath, and this is my nothing ordinary story. My favorite project, I've been doing this a long time, so I've got a lot of favorite projects, but one that comes to my mind is a couple that just really touched my heart. I made a true connection with them on a personal level, and at the same time they were remodeling a historic home in Maplewood, and they just wanted to treat the home with true respect and really did everything the right way. She had a collection of hand-painted pottery that she got from France, and our whole kitchen project was based around displaying this pottery that she had in boxes stored in her basement. And we designed the kitchen around places to display this pottery or these other found objects that she had from her travels. We really did become friends. I cared about what was going on in their lives, and they cared about what was going on in my life. And the project wasn't easy. It was something that she was very particular about everything that she chose, but ultimately everything came together so beautifully. And not only is it that it's so beautiful, but there's a personal aspect to it that I can picture them sitting. I'm going to start crying while I'm sitting here talking about it. But like they sit at that table, they read their paper, and I know that I had a part of that. So my perfect team would be somebody that feels like family, someone that I know that I can rely on no matter what has come up in the circumstance, that the people that are surrounding me have my back. I currently have that with my KUHN team. They help me execute my projects. The design is only the first step of the project, and there are so many other levels of it that have to be executed that I have to have that team behind me that helps me execute those things. The most important thing in creating a space is really going to be designated by the client. And one thing that is my responsibility is to listen to the client. And that's one thing that I feel like I do really well, is I like to listen to clients and pay attention to what they're asking me for. And not just, it's not about what I want your space to look like, it's about what you need the space to look like and what you're feeling you're lacking. My best advice for somebody considering a remodel is just that the hardest road sometimes leads to the most beautiful destination. So this is not an easy process. There's a lot of really complicated decisions that need to be made. And a lot of time people come in overwhelmed to me about the process and the decision making that has to happen. And you just have to realize that I'm here for you to help you go through these decisions, and you just take one step at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself with all of the decisions that need to be made, and just think of one step at a time, one decision at a time. I'm here to help guide you through that decision-making process. I've got many years of experience working on projects, so it helps you to learn from my past mistakes or past experiences. My definition of a successful project would just be one knowing that the homeowners have walked away with a positive impact in their lives. So somehow I've made their lives better, I've made their daily life function a little bit easier, and hopefully in a slightly more beautiful space than they had before. Unsuccessful to me is when expectations don't meet what actually happens on the job site. And I think that it's my responsibility to draw on my past experience to help guide homeowners to understand when things aren't necessarily going to be perfect, and that you have to wrap your arms around that and embrace the fact that wood grains might not be exactly like the door style that you saw on the sample in the showroom, or when you go look at the granite slab, the imperfection that's in the stone shows up right next to your cooktop, but it's not necessarily a flaw. It's not something that's man-made. It's something that comes out of the earth. It's natural. You have to embrace that and just realize that that's part of the beauty of the stone, and that it doesn't make your kitchen any less of a project. It makes it more special. It's what's unique to your home and nobody else's. The biggest compliment that anyone could pay me is just that I cared. I care about the way the project turns out. I care about your life. I care about your family. I just care. I care about my clients just like they were my friends. They're part of my family. And I know I walk away as a permanent part of their life, and they also are a permanent part of my life.